All right, good morning and welcome to today's stock market update for Friday, November 19th. And you see, the markets have been rather quiet this week, but two sectors are on fire right now. And today we'll take a look at these sectors and also the stocks in these sectors that are skyrocketing right now. Now, if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Marcus Heidkotter. I'm a professional trader, and every morning we sift through a mountain of news websites, newsletters and reports, and then we take the most important news and go live here on YouTube to share with you what you need to know as you head into your trading day. Now, joining me is my head coach, Mark Hodge, as always. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Marcus.
All right.
Happy
Now, Mark
Friday.
has 24 years of trading experience, and together we have helped thousands of regular people understand how to trade these crazy markets and actually make money way beyond what your typical financial advisor would do. So let's see what's happening and let's take a look at what the markets did yesterday. And we made new all time highs. Yay. Barely, but we did, right, Mark?
Absolutely. S&P and the Nasdaq able to finish at new record closes. So a positive day. Nasdaq really leading the way there, and Nasdaq up, closing with a new record close.
Yeah. And I think this is where we see a lot of rotation because I looked at the last 3 months and the performance of the three indices over the last 3 months. And so we have the Dow, and the Dow over the last 3 months was up 5%. Okay, this is where we have the good old value stocks, right? Then we have the S&P 500 that has been up 13%. But the Nasdaq over the last few months up 18%. So this tells the story that there's still a lot of appetite from investors for growth stocks that we often find in the Nasdaq.
Absolutely. And Marcus, this is where we saw the Nasdaq actually lagging the indices for a while. And I think it was over concerns about the Fed, right? About tapering, but also interest rates, when they'll be raised, and just some uncertainty there. And recently it seems like investors have really kind of shrugged off what the Fed is doing. The Fed has been pretty transparent, and even though traders expect interest rates to be raised a little bit sooner next year, it seems like, at least for now, people are, or traders are comfortable with the Fed's policy and their plans.
Yeah. And so let's talk about the Nasdaq. I mean, Nasdaq is the technology index, and this is where we see right now a sector that is on fire are the technology sector, especially the chip makers, right? I mean, it all started when Facebook basically announced that they are now want to be known as Meta because they really double, triple, quadruple down to go into this metaverse. And a few days after they announced it, Microsoft said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we were also right there with you." And this is why Nvidia had had a huge day yesterday, right?
Sure, and this metaverse, this could be huge, right? Like, this literally can be like a whole shift in just how people do things. And Facebook alone made just changed the way people communicate. And I mean, it's a big deal, and it will be interesting to see who the big winners are. But at least for now, like you said, Nvidia up 8% yesterday. Company reported better than expected earnings and revenue, also a bullish revenue forecast for the quarter ending in January. But yeah, chip makers are doing real well. Some love to other chip makers like Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, up over 2% yesterday. Kind of that carryover. Qualcomm, another one.
What's the symbol? Qualcomm
QCOM.
QTLM. Okay,
C. So no, I'm
QC.
sorry. QCOM.
There we go. Nope. Let me find
It's QCOM.
QC. Okay, never mind. There we go. Got
I might
this.
not have been enunciating as well as I should
Ooh.
have. But yeah, I mean, up 1.5% yesterday. Uh, Micron, another one.
What is it? Micron is
MU.
MU. There we go. Yeah, up 2% yesterday. Pre-market 2.6%.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see who the big winners are there. But right now, some nice movement in the chip makers.
Yeah. Well, and then also we got to talk about Apple. I mean, Apple had a pretty good day yesterday because Bloomberg actually. Let me just pop this up here. So Bloomberg released an article and say that Apple is now doubling down on fully autonomous vehicles, so fully self-driving, and I mean they said that they probably can get it done by 2025, which is way faster than everybody had expected. And they also have this idea that, well, we don't even need a steering wheel, right? I mean, they say no steering wheel, no pedals. And so in this mock up here, as you can see, passengers would face each other. I mean, it just, wow. Now we're really jumping ahead into the future here. I mean, with no steering wheel, with no pedals by 2025. I mean, that's around the corner.
It's crazy. I love this. For well, I mean, I like driving, so I would rather have a steering wheel and have that be optional. But I just love this for Apple because they have the pockets to pull this off. They have brand loyalty, like probably better than any other company out there, and I mean, they can pull it off, and it will be interesting to see exactly how this compares to Tesla and some of the other EVs that are just getting started. I mean, Apple, big kid on the block. Gosh, they could do it if anybody can.
Right. I mean, especially with their cash reserves and being a $2.6 trillion company. So this is why yesterday the stock jumped 2.8%. And that's a pretty good jump for Apple. So they are making new all-time
New
highs
records.
again. And I mean, they're right now marching towards being a $3 trillion company. So the race of who is the most valuable company in the world, right? I mean, they're right there. They're definitely the most valuable
Absolutely,
company in the US. All right. So
absolutely.
now, the other sector that is on fire, surprise, surprise, it is retail, right? And I mean, this was kind of unexpected because everybody thought, oh my gosh, with the supply chain issues that we have going on, with all the inflation and prices getting higher, retail would be hit the hardest. But no, I mean, retail is on fire. I mean, yesterday we got to look at Macy's. I mean, yesterday Macy's up 21%. Like, holy cannoli.
That's absolutely ridiculous for a company like Macy's, but warranted, right? But to jump 21%, that's huge. And they reported strong sales growth, and I mean, just digital sales were up 19%. They talked about a digital marketplace next year, possibly, and I mean, Macy's just on fire right now. Retail really doing well. People are spending money even though prices are higher.
Now, Macy's, especially the Phoenix from the Ashes, I mean, Macy's, they were in talk for bankruptcy, right? I mean, during the pandemic, the stock was trading as low as $4. And
Yeah.
some people said Macy's is not going to make it. And then look at this, from $4 to almost $40 here. I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
Macy's is not the only one, right?
Sure. I was just gonna say, like Macy's has, a little more brand loyalty than I think Sears, but these anchor stores at these malls that are just dying, Sears and JC Penney's and I mean Macy's, congratulations to Macy's. But yeah, another one, Kohl's. Did well yesterday.
Yeah.
KSS.
KSS. So I'm switching to a daily chart, up 10% yesterday. And I mean, also Coles was one of the stocks that was in trouble during the pandemic. I mean, they were dropping down as low as $10, and now moved all the way up to what, $62 with a huge jump yesterday.
Yeah, another one that were they gonna make it? I mean, they're basically a rebrand of Mervin's that didn't, and
Yeah,
like they're they're up 11%. It's crazy.
yeah. BJ's, I mean, wholesaler, up 19% yesterday on better than expected earnings.
Yeah, well above expectations, and we're just seeing this, across the board. Bath and Body Works, BBWI, another one, up 5%.
Yeah, there we go.
And
Then what else? Gap, right?
but
GPS
yep.
up 4%. I mean, it's almost like, oh, Gap, we're only 4%. I mean, definitely lagging here. And then we already talked about it yesterday. Victoria's Secret. I mean, Victoria's Secret yesterday up 14%. And that's also a little bit like, okay, are they going to make it? And you know that they were split off. When was it? Was it earlier this year or was it already 2020? I think it was earlier this year, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah. And I mean, they were closing stores left and right during the pandemic. And this same here, where people said, they're probably not going to make it because they're also one of these mall staples. But I mean, let's take a look at Simon Property Group as we are talking as we are talking about malls. And look at this. I mean, Simon Property Group, one of the big mall operators, trading here. Is it really? No, not yet at all-time highs, but also huge recovery. So malls are making a comeback, and shoppers are visiting malls, visiting Macy's, visiting Victoria's Secret, and that's what we see here right now.
Interesting. The mall thing that catches me off guard.
Yeah,
Because retail you could go online, but the malls is all of that expense there. But good for them. It's good to see malls coming back.
yeah. All right, let's see what else. I mean, Amazon had a big day yesterday. Let me just pull up the article here really quick, because Amazon opened a store in New York. Did you see this with Starbucks together?
I
So
missed it.
Starbucks and Amazon opening a cashierless coffee shop in Manhattan, and so CNBC had some pictures of what it looks like inside. Look at this. I mean, this is the walk and go, just grab and go. No more cashiers.
Wow.
So this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Will this be the future? Because I mean, what is the most annoying thing usually when you go shopping? It's waiting at the checkout line, right?
Sure.
So
Sure.
who knows? Let's take a look at Amazon. And since they did it together with Starbucks, so Amazon yesterday up 4%. Starbucks, I don't think that Starbucks really fall because they were kind of okay. Let's put a Starbucks in this shop. It's almost like let's put a Starbucks in Barnes and Noble, right? I mean, it just seems to be a good idea. So this is why Starbucks didn't get a huge boost yesterday, only up 0.3% and losing it this morning in pre-market. But Amazon, with this concept, I mean, they're coming from an online retailer. So when everybody said the future is online and in-store retailers are dead, this is when Amazon said, screw that. We are, I mean, they bought pretty much all of the ex Sears, right? Because they used them at warehouses and now they're opening stores. Will they use the Sears locations to open their cashierless stores? I mean, wow, crazy.
Yeah, I said that a while ago. Just watch Amazon just open up and be all over, brick and mortar again.
Yeah.
But hey,
Like,
we have to look at one this morning. Intuit, Marcus,
okay.
INTU. So they reported earnings, adjusted earnings of $1.53 a share, better, much better than the 97 cents expected. Better revenue. They gave an upbeat forecast as well, helped out by their acquisition of Credit Karma last year and also Mailchimp last month. And they're up 14% pre-market, so huge move.
I mean, Intuit is taking over the world, right? I mean, Credit Karma, you said it, Mailchimp. What is the other? They have a few other personal finances. They're providing payroll services. They're providing loans, right? I mean, aren't they also behind Quicken, the popular text preparer?
Yeah, and what's even the oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the where you track everything all at once
I
and
know
and
that's.
yeah,
I really wanted to say it, and then I thought, oh, what is it? I have it on my phone. Okay,
yeah.
anyhow.
Hey,
And let's take a
but
quick
yeah,
look of what's happening here pre-market because this morning the markets are mixed. So the E-mini S&P down 0.25%. On the other hand, Nasdaq still an appetite, and especially right now driven by the sector that we mentioned earlier, the chip sector here, Amazon, Apple. I mean, this is where we're up 0.5%, and then the Dow lagging big time here, down 0.6% in pre-market trading. So it points to a mixed opening, and we will see where we end the week. I mean, Dow was also the one that was down yesterday, while the S&P and the Nasdaq were up. So we'll see. It looks like thus far a losing week for the Dow, winning weeks
Yep.
for the S&P and Nasdaq. So
That's how it looks. The Dow needs 0.6% or better to be positive this week.
all right, let's see if they can
Not a
pull
good
it off
start.
today. Let's see if they can pull it off. All right, we got to get ready for trading. If you would like to know how we trade these markets, we have a few links in the description. Take a look at these videos. And also take a look at some of the other videos that we have on the channel here for you. I'm pretty sure that it'll help you in your trading. Anyhow, have a great day and also enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you next week.
Happy trading, everybody.